Enterprise IT environments are dealing with a structural financial leak that begins the moment an employee is onboarded. To avoid workflow disruption, licenses are provisioned instantly when users join or switch roles. The priority is immediate access, not long-term cost. Provisioning spikes early, but the removal process trails behind, leaving licenses dormant long after a user's need ends. This shaded area is the waste gap. Across thousands of employees, ghost users quietly inflate the IT budget by thousands of dollars every month. Attempting to reclaim this waste through manual audits in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center is a losing battle. The UI isn't built for enterprise-scale cleanup. Closing this gap requires pairing MS Graph PowerShell automation with a strict FinOps policy that dictates exactly when a license must be reclaimed. Managing Microsoft 365 Access is a critical financial governance workflow that requires the same scrutiny as any other high-value capital expenditure. The financial stakes are highest with premium tiers like E3, E5, and Enterprise Mobility Plus Security, which provide core security and compliance features at a heavy per-user cost. Leaving these premium SKUs unmonitored creates the fastest drain on a cloud budget because of their high monthly run rate. Reclaiming these licenses requires navigating service plan dependencies to avoid unintended outages. This decision tree shows how interconnected these tiers are. For example, an advanced add-on often requires an underlying E3 exchange plan too. Executing a removal script without a dependency check breaks access, turning a financial audit into an operational failure. Precise technical execution is mandatory to ensure that cost recovery never disrupts essential employee tools. Managing thousands of identities requires administrators to move past legacy MS Online modules and write automation using the MS Graph PowerShell SDK. The Set M-User License commandlet allows IT to process massive bulk assignments from a CSV file, completing in seconds what used to take hours of manual work. PowerShell also enables surgical precision, allowing admins to disable specific subplans, like Yammer or Viva Engage, while keeping the rest of the E3 bundle active. However, the MS Graph API will immediately block automation if the script doesn't account for specific environmental errors. A script will fail on the usage location error if a user lacks a designated geographic region, as Microsoft cannot verify regional licensing compliance. Scripts also collide with the mutually exclusive violation, which happens when automation attempts to assign two conflicting service plans to the same user. Successful automated governance depends on IT specifically coding for these API errors to keep the reclamation process moving. Technical automation requires a structural, company-wide policy to provide clear, objective parameters for the scripts to follow. The 30-60-90 rule provides this framework, creating a predictable cycle for identifying and acting on user inactivity. Day 30 is the early warning phase. The system alerts IT and the manager. By day 60, the user becomes a reclamation candidate, requiring manager confirmation. At day 90, the license is reclaimed automatically. Every dollar saved is logged. This policy often meets resistance from stakeholders who simply prefer to keep premium licenses assigned just in case. The 30-60-90 rule handles this friction by relying on objective usage data and a documented process for genuine exceptions. Enforcing these limits treats software access as a strategic capital allocation, ensuring every seat in the environment justifies its place in the budget. Recovering enterprise costs is a result of structural discipline rather than periodic manual cleanup. For IT administrators, the roadmap is technical. You must master MS Graph bulk scripts and build robust error handling to manage complex API dependency violations at scale. For FinOps and IT directors, the focus must be on governance. This scorecard demonstrates why the 30-60-90 rule is necessary. It provides the political cover and objective data IT needs to execute their scripts without constant manual oversight. True ROI is only achieved when technical PowerShell automation is guided by a strict, enforceable FinOps policy. Treat every E3 and E5 license as a significant capital allocation. If it doesn't generate a measurable return within 90 days, reclaim that capital for the business.